computer. Welcome, everybody, and I'm Stephen the Jupiterian here with It's in Your Stars. And I have I'm going to share with you the chart, as usual, of the moment that we have here. And we're going to share this. Today is March 9th. Yay. It is 12:09 p.m. Oh, it's almost 12:10. And my chart is in the center. Why not? My video, my rules. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And you don't like it, you can leave. But hey, this is my channel. And these are the transits that are going on the outer ring, in the outer ring right now. We have a Gemini rising. Hey, and it's almost it's on my descendant. Hey, for my interesting that I started this at 22 degrees right now. On my descendant for my audience. Mm-hmm. The seventh house is your audience. Yes, you didn't know that. You've just learned something new. And Jupiter will be moving direct tomorrow. Yay! Let's move. Actually, tomorrow night. Let's move this to tomorrow. Tomorrow. Jupiter still retrograde tomorrow until almost 8:30 at night on the West Coast. It'll be around 11:30 on the East Coast. It'll be March 11th for everybody else on the other side of the pond in London or Britain and France, Italy, and all those other places. And I'm going to move this into hours to show exactly 8:20. It'll be 8:20, 8:29. Oops, wait a minute. That was too far. Yes, I know I'm singing. I like to sing. All right, let's go to March 10th. At 8, so at 8:11 p.m. Let's move this 9:11 p.m. Jupiter will be direct, but let's move this into minutes. At about 8:29. 8:28, 8:28, and then we move ahead a minute to 8:30. If we move this into seconds, because actually I like to be precise to the actual second. Mercury is retrograde at 8:29:46, and 8:29:46 seconds. 47, 48, 49, 51, 2. About 8:29 and 52 seconds. So I said it's near 8:30 on the West Coast. 8:29 and 8 hours, 29 minutes, 52 seconds p.m. nighttime. At night. If you remember Nick at Night, back in the 90s, yeah. I was in my 20s then. So, yes, let's have some coffee. And the moon is in Sagittarius still. And the moon just moved into Sagittarius today, March 9th. The moon in Sagittarius, if you're Sagittarius rising, this is really good, especially for you Sagittarius Sag risings. And I have the moon in Sagittarius, but yeah. Jupiter's still retrograde until the 11th, basically, for everybody. But actually, I have Jupiter retrograde in my natal chart. So it's trine by sign. It's not trine by degree, which is fine. That's okay. And then we have Venus, Saturn, and Neptune in our fifth house of romance. Yeah, well, be careful. Sagittarius rising. Know what you're getting into. Although it's the best use of this energy is to be more creative. Um, and know who you're actually. And if you're going on a date, get to know who they are before you do um, any sexual behavior things. Yeah, I yeah. You don't want to get sick or an STD, which yeah. um, yeah, something that I've learned a lot along in my 56 years of life. Yay, 56 years old as of March 2nd was my yeah. I turned 56. Although my solar return was on the 1st of March, which isn't terrible. Isn't too bad, really. Not terrible at all. And sorry, I'm just looking at something on my phone. Getting text messages. I'm sorry, everybody. Uh, there are some things in here that I really don't need to have in this chart. Um, like Albion was a lesson that I was learning from Lori Lothian. Thank you, Lori, for teaching us about these asteroids and Orcus. Oh, leave the part of spirit there. Because my part of spirit is at 7 degrees Libra. Uranus is at 7 degrees of Libra, so they can jump. My part of spirit, actually, in part of spirit is sort of like having to do with things that you're here to um, do. The part of fortune, on the other hand, has to do with many things of our create. Yeah, part of fortune is different than part of spirit, and Yeah, I can do a whole different another video on part of fortune, part of spirit, and actually it also has to do with um, when you do looking at that, you look at zodiacal releasing, and then you can look at many different tools. One is for work, and one is for your the part of spirit. You would think it would be your spiritual life. Well, no, it's not. Actually, that is part of spirit has to do with your work things and stuff like that. Actually, I'm going to share with you. Why not? Since I'm talking about it, I'm going to whoops. Uh, sorry. Let's remove that, and then we're going to go to ZR zodiacal releasing because this is interesting, and I will share my zodiacal releasing with you all on my channel because I want it. This channel is about me, and actually, hey, you can always, if you want to know about you can always book a reading with me. I can do this, use the same techniques. So, in August 30th, 2004, when I was 34 years old and a half, point five is that, yeah, August 30th, 2004, I was 34 and a half years old. I started, well, even before that, we had a peak period in 1992. Actually, in 1992, um, I was 22. Actually, was still figuring out myself and actually I was actually in college at the time as well. Yes. In 2004, I had graduated by 2004. I had already graduated with my bachelor's degree in education, elementary, with me um, concentration with elementary education. And since I'm a since I have Mercury in the third house in Aquarius, um, I was a I was an elementary school teacher, and I traveled through from district to district. Yeah, I didn't have my own classroom, but that's okay. So, but actually, yeah, here's level one. I'm still in level one, which is Saturnian. So yeah, I'm in a Saturnian level one zodiacal releasing period, and this is my second house. So in 1992, I was in my first house. It was all about me at 22, and now it's Saturn, my second house, and then in 2031 will be in my third house, Aquarius, and then November 2060, I'll be wow 80 years old, I think. Or hey, yeah, I had to get it together. So then we go to 2025 August. I was 55 and point four. So August 10th, was teaching at the time. This is Virgo, level 2. So this is my 10th. Excuse me, my 10th house, Virgo. So second earning ways to earn money. and possessions, things like that. Second house, ruled by Saturn. Um, and then we go to, wait a minute. This is a lot of spirit. Uh, 2017. This was another pivotal time to when I moved from New York to California. I was 47. Yep. And then 49, 51, January 3rd, 2021, which was kind of interesting as well. This is, I was working, yeah. And then we know what happened. Well, 2021, yeah, was when everything was shut down. I was mm, it was time for me to, after all years and years, decades of studying astrology, um, and tarot, got my certifications, and I've been teaching a while. So I was like, I'm going to go in a new direction. Time to go in a new direction. Sagittarius rising. I was 50, nearly 52, one in February, March. I would have been 51. Yep. And then we had a loosing of the bond December 29th to 2021. Well, that's when I decided this is when, yeah, the being a teacher in an elementary school, in the elementary schools, no longer was working. And we were all, yeah, so by this time we were all shut down. And it was almost like, okay, hey, we're starting a new thing. Then 2024 came around. I was, and actually, I was teach. I was actually involved with, got myself involved with astrologers and gurus and people who could help me along the way. And then by 2025, I was also teaching, which was a peak period, as I said. And then by April of next year, of 2020, next year, yeah, we're in 2026. I'll be in Libra, which will be my MC, my 11th house, 10th, yeah, 2025, 20 to 2026. So it's a 2-year thingy, or 2.5, till 2027, April 2027, I'll be 57. And yeah, actually, I'll be involved. I'm hoping I'll be on more astrological tours and things like that, and on teaching posts and teaching more in 2027. And then there's another peak period in 2029 when I'm 59, almost six. Yeah, February 20th, 59. Almost, actually, no, I don't know why this says 59 because um I'll be, well, interesting. I'll be almost 59, February 20th, level 2. So yeah, my astrology, I've been learning astrology since the 90s, even, and working 2 jobs in when I lived in New York in 1990s, 2000s. And then, as I said, in 2017, I moved to California to start my new career in as an astrologer. And that's actually exactly what I wanted to do and have done. Since then, I was taking astrology classes and learning astrology on my own independently. Then in 2015, I took my first what you call it? My first formal astrology class, which went well. I learned astrology, and I was doing interpretations, synastry, all kinds of things. So, yeah, that's when I learned just how to do synastry, which I'm going to be teaching about synastry between two charts. Plus, well, even more. I'll be doing a lot. Um. So yeah, by the time I'm 60, I'll be in level 3. Hmm. So still ways, earning my keep, earning was through astrology and um, merchandising, selling selling some talismans, art dolls, and or dolls that are actually very um, astrologically based or astrologically um, having to do with astrology, the planets signs. Some of them will interpret the dolls that I create now interpret many things. Yeah, and so yes, that'll be on the rise as well. I've been so well since the actually in 2020 21 I learned new skills of how to use um, repaint mm, um, I know how to write. I've been a writer. I've written a play. Written. I'm also in the midst of writing a manuscript for a novel and a couple books. I want to do that before I leave this earthly body. So, yes, interesting that we have until 2029 and then 2030 I'll be 70. So I'll be 60 in 2020 in 2030 I'll be 60. Yes. I'm 56 now, so 4 years from now I'll be 19. 2030, yes. I'll be 60 at that time. And I'll also have my second Saturn return at this moment as well. I'm going to share with you my Saturn return too. I'm going to share that with you. Now, Saturn return. Mm, let's go here and then we'll go to Saturn return. Next, Saturn return is May of 2020. I'll be 58. So, yeah, actually, and then 59. 2028, May 22nd, 2028. December 12th, that'll be retrograde. December 12th, 2028. And then it'll be direct January 28th, 2029. So 28. So I'm 58, almost 59. Hey, not bad. Let's see. I'm going to share the first direct one. Select that. May 22nd. Saturn return at 4 degrees. The sun will be in Gemini. May 22nd, yes. Uranus will already be in Gemini at the moment. And my Saturn return ascendant will be in Cancer. 29 degree, anaretic degree of 29 degrees. Not bad, not terrible. Can't complain about that. With the moon ruling the Saturn return ascendant, and the moon is in Taurus as well. My first Saturn return was in 1999. Can you believe that? Yep, I can't. Actually, I'm going to remove this chart and then I'm going to show you the Saturn return. Nearest Saturn return or current Saturn return. Was it? Okay, wait a minute. No, we need to change this to 1980. And then we'll do that. Yes. So it's April 13th, 1999. Wow. Only one in 1999. Didn't go retrograde, didn't do any of that. So it was just one time around. On April 12th, the sun was in Aries, Saturn returned. Saturn, I didn't have a Saturn. Yeah, the second Saturn return is going to be. I'm going to hit. It's going to hit, then it's going to go retrograde and then hit again. So yeah. Well, hey, the first Saturn return, I learned a lot. I actually didn't change much of a course of action. My master's degree was still in education, but with a little bit of a dramatic twist. to it. Educational theater, which I never actually did taught educational theater. Yet I'm actually looking forward to using doing some astro drama very soon in my teaching. I'm will be creating some uh, presentations, a presentation on that. Should be fun. I enjoy learning all that stuff. Astro, using astrology and drama. So with that, yeah, perfect. I need to go. I need to stop my share and I need to pause this recording. Uh, Sorry about that, everybody. I forgot I had laundry in the downstairs that I was doing. Got lost track of time. Well, of doing something I enjoy. So, I know I will give you the utmost attention when I will not plan to do laundry when I have a session with you. So, I guarantee that you set a time to meet with me, you won't have these interruptions. And so, yeah, I interrupt myself, but that's okay. I won't interrupt myself when I'm focused on you and you alone. And I won't have yeah, you won't have to worry about that. So I showed you the zodiacal releasing. I showed you my Saturn return from 1999 and 2028, 2 years from now. Yep, I'll have my second Saturn return at 28 years old and 29. So then some people have it at 60 in their six or before 60. Yeah, before they're 60 or when they are 60 years old. So yeah, that's that. And now let's take remove that. We'll put down that and we'll just share with you the current time clock. Well, hey, actually, we had Gemini rising at the time I started this, and now it's a we have Cancer rising. We had 22 degrees of Gemini in the beginning of this recording. Now it's at 4 degrees, almost 5 degrees of Cancer, ruled by the moon. Okay. And the moon is at 2 degrees in the sixth house of health, work, pets, routines, actually, health possibly as well. Interesting. Who just texted me? I'll get that later. I am so sorry, everybody. Um, that was my okay. Let's sorry, everybody. These interruptions, I guarantee you, these interruptions will not occur when during a session with you. Um, Mars is in Pisces until let's move this into because Mars is going to be in Pisces for a couple weeks, a few weeks actually, until March 30, the end of March, right? Well, Venus will be in there. Okay, yeah, until the 30th. Until, well, yeah, when Venus enters Taurus, but Mars enters Aries on April 9th. So a month from now, actually, today is March 9th, April 9th. Yes. A month from today. So March, April. And Mars has been in Pisces for a year. So in April 9th, yep, Mars enters his domicile, his rulership. Mars will be in a very prominent position in the ninth house for Leo rising. Sorry, nothing is in Libra except, yeah, except the third house for Leo rising. Uh, let's see. Right. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stop my share, and I think that's all I wanted to share with you. I will do in all signs separately when I have more time to do another video today. I need to, yeah, finish what I'm doing. Um, so thanks for being here and watching. Subscribe if you're new here. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Stephen the Jupiterian. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all the things. And if you got this far into the video, thanks for joining me. And book a reading at itsinyourstars.com. And the description to my, there'll be the link to my website will be in the description box below. You can join me every Saturday as well. Um, yeah, every Saturday um, for an hour for my Astro tribe. And yeah, it's only $10 an hour for, and you can also use the coupon code Pisces 50. That'll expire at the end of Pisces season on March 20th or 19th. March, because March 20th we start Aries season, and maybe I'll have a sale for all you Aries out there as well. So take care. All right, bye, y'all.